Hey friends and family, welcome to our kids service. Our celebration service will begin shortly around 10 a.m. But meanwhile, kids, we continue to have the conversation of faith and focus. We're going to learn from Apostle Paul on the way he saw Jesus, and the way he saw Jesus changes everything. So we're going to be talking about that. And we also have Bob Williams. Yes, Bob Williams is back, and he's going to give us some new updates around our kids ministry. And we'll also have an interview with Mr. Caleb. Yes, Caleb's going to be with us and be joining us, so stay tuned. So we're going to have Bob Williams take it away. So Bob Williams, take it away, bud.
Good morning, Cornerstone kids. Welcome to Bob Williams and his Today Shows. I hope you guys are doing well, and I heard you guys loved last week's greatest news ever. Well, guess what? We have some more exciting news for Cornerstone Kids Ministry, and I hope you guys are excited and ready. But first, like always, we must jump into today's worship. Are you ready to worship Jesus? Oh, kids, I cannot hear you. Kids, are we ready to worship Jesus? Oh, that's the spirit. On the count of three, we're going to say hit it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, hit it. Welcome back to Bob Williams and his Today Show. We have a couple new headlines for you kids. The first headline is Ronnie Surf was not able to join us this morning. He got stuck in traffic off Fred Waring in Washington. But hey, he told me to tell you that he loves you and stay surfing and continue to follow Jesus. He'll be back soon to tell us another Bible story. The second headline is Mr. Angel's mustache is growing faster than ever. And the third headline is we have Mr. Caleb. He is in the building. Yes, Mr. Caleb is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. And Mr. Caleb is not alone. He is with his dad, Mr. Jason Fredergal. He is the best youth pastor that the world has ever seen. He has more socks than Kmart and Walmart put together. That is Mr. Jason Fredergal. He is in the building with Mr. Caleb. So get excited. We will have an interview with Caleb and Jason. We want to hear from you kids because we miss you. So I'm going to take it away with Pastor Jason. He's going to be interviewing Caleb. So kids, get ready. Pastor Jason, take it away.
All right, Caleb, what have you enjoyed most about doing online church?
I like Bob Williams and Ronnie Surf that Angel does because they are really funny and weird. And I like the games we can do on Zoom at Awana's.
And what do you miss most about going to church?
I'm missing Todd and Angel and Seth and all my friends.
Hey Caleb, are you excited about going to Stay Camp?
Totally, I'm stoked.
How excited are you?
I'm like way up here.
What do you look forward to the most about going to Stay Camp?
I want to play all the games and earn points and just learn about God in many fun ways.
Caleb, I'm going to throw an extra question in there. For all of the new kids that get to join Treehouse Room Elementary, you just finished, so you're basically done with elementary. You get to move up to middle school. What advice would you give to them? What would you tell them would make being part of Treehouse Room the best years ever?
I would say have fun, listen, and respect your teacher.
Awesome. Thank you, buddy.
All right, kids, we're back. Thank you, Mr. Caleb. We miss you too. And just know that Pastor Jason, you're awesome. Hey, back to Bob Williams and his Today Show. Now, let's jump into, Sorry for the inconvenience. Before I give the exciting news, we have to jump into story time. Kids, let's learn how when we start seeing Jesus, it changes everything. It changes the way we see things. So, Mr. Angel, take it away with today's story.
I can't see. So if I can't see, how do I know you're there watching this video? See, I have hope that you're still paying attention to me and you're watching me. Because my faith is what I hope for, not what I can see. See, kids, when we know Jesus, raise your hand if you know Jesus. See, when you know Jesus, it changes the way you see things. See, when we don't know Jesus and we don't have faith, it's like walking with a blindfold, like thinking, hey, I'm going crazy. I can't see. I don't know where to go, right? It's the same thing when we have faith. And sometimes we don't see God and what is he doing. We still have hope in Jesus, knowing that he's still in control and we still believe in Jesus. But when we do have faith, you can see. Oh my gosh, I was totally off. The camera's over here. That was hard. It is hard to live a life without Jesus. It's like living blindfolded. But because we know Jesus, you know Jesus, I know Jesus, we have faith in Jesus, and we can see the beautiful things in life. Today's story we're going to see from Apostle Paul. You know, we know a lot of good things about Apostle Paul because he wrote half of the New Testament. He wrote a lot of books in the New Testament. But do you know Mr. Paul used to be called Saul? And do you know he was a very, very bad guy? Did you know he wanted to kill believers, the ones who believed in Jesus? You know, he wanted to kill you. He wanted to kill me just because we believed in Jesus, just because we were believers. Did you know that? Apostle Paul had a history. He had a history, and he was not good. He was a bad person. At one point, he did not follow Jesus. But we saw, and we're going to see in this video, how when he encountered Jesus, it changed everything. So, let's jump into today's story. We're going to see, it's in the book of Acts chapter 9, verses 1 through 9. And we're going to see, when God comes in your life, it changes everything. Enjoy the video.
The miracle of mercy. Paul. This is Saul. Saul was a Pharisee who hated the followers of Jesus so much that he would hunt them down to be brought to trial in Jerusalem. And he would even seek to murder them. Saul was uttering threats with every breath, and he was eager to kill the Lord's followers. So he went to the high priest. He asked him to write a letter to the Jews in Damascus that would allow him to arrest any Christians he found there. He wanted to bring them, both men and women, back to Jerusalem in chains. Now Saul went on his way, and as he came near Damascus, a light from heaven flashed around him, and he heard a voice that said, "Saul, Saul, why are you persecuting me?" Saul cried out, "Who are you, Lord?" And the voice said, "I am Jesus. Rise and go into the city, and you will be told what to do." So Saul got up and he opened his eyes, but he couldn't see anything. So the men who were with Saul led him into the city. After 3 days, a man named Ananias came to Saul. He put his hands on Saul, and immediately Saul could see again. And with that, Saul became a follower of Jesus. He became the very thing he had tried to hunt. And he immediately began telling people that Jesus is the Son of God, and he taught them about the mercy of God that he had received. And all who heard him were amazed. He then went by a new name, Paul, as he began preaching not just to the Jewish people, but to everyone. Despite many difficulties like being imprisoned, shipwrecked, and narrowly escaping death multiple times, Paul continued to preach about Jesus. Paul said that he would do everything he could to save people and help them know God. And that's just what he did in order to reach people who would otherwise be unreached. And many came to know Jesus because of what Paul said. Paul taught many in his day through his letters, but even more have come to learn more about Jesus through the letters of Paul that can be read even to this day.
See, kids, I can't see you right now. Like, I literally cannot see you with this blindfold. But I still have faith that you're still listening to me. Although sometimes we can't see Jesus, we know that Jesus is still with us because our hope and faith is not on what we can see, but on what we really, really believe in. Hey, kids, I know you are tired of probably watching these videos. I know you're probably tired of going on Zoom. But hey, I want to encourage you, kids, to not give up, to stay connected. Continue to talk to your friends at church. Continue to be connected with your church. We're going to have some park events coming soon, but we want you to continue to stay connected. Continue to have faith and hope for Jesus. Don't get frustrated. Do not get frustrated. Continue to have faith in Jesus. We're going to continue to focus on Jesus. We're not going to focus on what we do not have, but we're going to focus on what we do have. And where now what we have is our families, our blessings, our friends, our kids pastor, our youth pastor, our church family, and we have Jesus. That's all we need. I know you missed a lot of things. I know you're frustrated on some things, but hey, we still have Jesus. See, kids, knowing Jesus changes the way you see everything. I want to encourage kids that although you cannot see God and you want to see God and you want to see your friends and you want to see so many different things, but we continue to have faith and hope in Jesus, because what does faith mean? Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. Understanding that knowing Jesus changes the way you see everything. Hey, I want to challenge you, kids, to find Jesus in your home, wherever you go. Find moments, count your blessings, find Jesus in your home, in your life. There's so many ways you can find Jesus right now. Jesus is at work right now. You got to look for it. Look closely, focus on the things that you do have. Don't focus on the things you do not have, because there's a long list of things I do not have, and there's a long list that you do not have. And maybe for Christmas, you're going to make that wish list and say, hey, I don't have this. I want the new PS5 coming out soon. But hey, let's not focus on what we do not have. Let's focus on what we do have. And right now, our focus is on faith. And our faith is on Jesus. It's not what we can see, but it's what we believe in. Kids, I love you guys. We're going to have Bob Williams take it away, and he's going to give us the exciting news, and we're going to hear what's coming up. So stay tuned. Mr. Bob Williams, take it away.
All right, thank you, Mr. Angel. That is an amazing Bible story. Thank you. But now, Bob Williams is going to take it away with the best exciting news you've ever heard. Better than last week's news. Kids, are you ready? Oh, kids, are you ready? All right. Oh. Yes? Okay. Okay, kids. I've been told that I must cut to the chase. July 5th, an important date. Go to your calendar. Wherever your calendar is located, your bathroom, your laundromat, your kitchen, your bedroom, your living room, anywhere, your cat's house, no matter where it's at, go to your calendar and highlight July 5th. July 5th is an important date for you. I can't tell you what's happening July 5th yet because I must go. There's traffic and I have to go report it on Bob Williams Today's Show. So I leave you with this. Kids, July 5th, an important date. Your parents don't even know it. No one knows it. But July 5th is an important date. Go highlight it in your calendar, and next week I will tell you what we're going to do that day. Hey, Bob Williams loves you, and just know I am the greatest news fashionist reporter you have ever seen, and Jesus loves you, and we'll see you next week. Bob Williams, out.